The Estate of the Vines, a place where many stories and many lives have passed, where magic dwelt and may still linger. Ours is concerned with the current mistress of the house and her son Theodore. As Theodore was taking his daily walk through the gardens, he spied their new gardener, Esperanza, for the first time. He was instantly taken with her.
You would be baffled by my sincerity if I let slip a hint now.
I am unconvinced.
I would show you now in my boudoir, but Mother would never allow it.
The relationship which Theodore and his mother shared was peculiar. She had a tight hold on him and was always fiercely reluctant to loosen her grasp. He was somewhat oblivious to this, otherwise he might have kept his mouth quiet and saved himself much grief. As it was, the mistress discovered a rival.
I see. You've taken a lust after the brown frown. The burnt biscuit-skinned Gardner has tempted my son.
You're such a racist.
Their love sprang up as if the roots were there already. It sickened the mistress of the house, who had discovered the thing which might be her undoing. She did not yet dare to think what she would do if she lost Theodore. She decided to act.
I've come to apologize for the way I've been acting. You see, Esperanza, there comes a time in a young man's life when he's tempted by the dirty beast belly inside every man to fling off the only coat he'll always have, desert his only shelter.
After much deliberation, the mistress told her Theodore was to come to her that very night. The only other detail was that Theodore would leave the light off and that Esperanza should not turn it on.
For all his meaty talk, he's had naught but bones for himself, and he's powerful shy of his nude form. If you expose him, he will run.
I don't care if it's dark. Thanks for telling me.
It is the middle of the night. Esperanza lay awake in bed, yearning for Theodore. At last, the soft click and whisper of the door.
Theodore!
I'm here, my love.
Alas, it was not Theodore, but his mother, masquerading as her son. They wasted little time starting.
Delicious. Your spit is manna. Let me taste the saliver of your loins.
I had no idea of this side of you, Theodore.
Soon they were locked as one in carnal knowledge. They sucked and fucked and slurped at each other until the light began to creep through the curtains. Then the mistress crept away, taking an hour's time creeping past her son's room to be safe. The following morning, Esperanza met with her friend to proclaim her triumphs of the previous night. Her friend found the mistress's part in the encounter and her warning suspicious.
No, that doesn't sound weird. That is weird. You need to turn the light on next time.
Again, Esperanza lay waiting, and again the mistress came. They began their foreplay, but Esperanza could not forget her friend's advice. She leaped from the bed and turned the light on.
It was you?
Theodore arrived then, roused by the noise. What he beheld threw him into the depths of despair, and he ran, cursing them both. Try as she might, Esperanza could say no word that offered Theodore respite from his pain and rage. She offered him anything and everything she could imagine, yet he refused.
There is something you can do.
Theodore knew that his mother's taint was not something that could be erased, so he sent Esperanza into a labyrinth and bid her bring his treasure back that lay in the center. It took her days, and by the end she was starved and frail, yet she found it. The way back was far quicker. The maze seemed almost to eject her of its own accord. While she was still leaving, a voice came from the air around her. "The box has something in it you don't want to see." The voice did not speak up again, and so she continued on, and found her way out. The air was much less stuffy outside, and the cloying claustrophobia of the hedge walls was finally gone. She felt alive, and free, and unafraid of warnings from possibly imagined sources. The chest weighed in her hands.
How could it possibly be that bad?
Her fingers found the clasp, and she flung up the lid. Inside was chaos. Esperanza for a moment lost all hope. Then she remembered Fyodor's face, and her heart melted all over again. She knew this was love.
What have you got in your filthy hands?
The mistress, realizing that Esperanza had discovered her secret, became hysterical and demanded that Esperanza return the box. The voice spoke for a second and final time then. Put it back where it belongs. Esperanza opened the box again to give the viral member back to her beloved. The moment it touched him, it was restored.
The voice spoke the truth.
And there was much rejoicing for the rest of their lives.